Given a string S, find the longest palindrome substring S. So for this one, I haven't quite understood the Manicur's algorithm, so I'm just going to do the n squared way, where I'm going to find, let's say if this is a given input string, every time I'm looking for something, I'm just gonna compare these until I get the longest substring, and which is gonna take about n squared. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do public int longest sub longest palindrome string input. So with this input, I'm going to put it into a for loop. So for int I is equals, actually I'm going to do 1 because the first index will just won't matter. So I'm also going to have a checker if input dot length is equal to 1, return 1. Okay, so I is less than input dot length I plus plus. Okay, so the field, actually a field that I need is the pointers, where I'm going to look at left and int right. So those fields are going to look at the int, the number on the left side and the right side. Okay, so left is I minus 1, obviously, because it's looking at the left of the index that I'm currently indexing, and the right will be at I plus 1. Okay, so what's in the middle shouldn't really matter. And yeah, so while left string left is equal to string right. So if they are the same, that means they are palindrome. So actually, I'm also gonna have to have int max length, and then int index start. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is, while they're the same, I'm going to set this into 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to increase max length is equal to max length plus 2. So because it's a palindrome, it's going to increase in number of 2, right? So until they're the same, I'm going to increase it, and then what? So if they're not the same, I'm going to exit out of the loop. And yeah, there ends the iteration of that specific length. So actually, int length equals 1. That should be length, and this should be length. Sorry about that. And max length is equal to math dot max length and max length. And if it happens so that the max length is if, sorry, I should have done, sorry about that. If max length is bigger than length, or if length is bigger than max length, I'm gonna make max length equals to length. And I'm gonna set the index start to the left. So by the end of the iteration, if we found a new longer palindrome, the index start will point to the start of the newest longest palindrome. So after that, after the iteration, we have found our index. So what I'm going to return is return. Okay, I should return string, right? Return input dot substring index start, because it's inclusive, and length plus index start plus 1, because that's exclusive. So that's it.